Hello, students. How are you all? Welcome to school. Today we are going to learn a new lesson. Lesson number 27, The Dreadful Guest. In this lesson, we are going to learn that how a dreadful guest comes uninvited into a party and is given a good punishment. So, now we will see the lesson. The Dreadful Guest. Now we'll start the story. Once upon a time, the king of Russia decided to hold a grand feast. Means the king of Russia, he wanted to have a grand means big feast in his palace. So he decided to have a feast in his palace. He invited princes, then rich merchants, brave warriors, and all the important people in his kingdom. So, whom he invited? Different prince, rich merchants, brave warriors means those who were brave in their work, and warriors means soldiers, and all the important people in his kingdom. On the night of the feast, the king and his guests sat together at a long table in a banquet hall. Means the king and his guests, they sat on a long table, means a very long big table in the banquet hall, means the place where they sat for the dinner. They talked and laughed and everyone was happy. So everyone was enjoying the dinner as they came for the feast, and all were sitting on a long big table in the hall, and they were talking and laughing and everyone looked happy. Suddenly a huge animal burst into the hall. It was a horrible looking dragon. So suddenly the huge animal, he entered the hall, and it was a horrible looking dragon. It was tall as a tree, as broad as a house, with teeth like spikes and claws like knives. So, how much tall he was? The dragon, it was tall as a tree and broad as a house. And what type of teeth he had? Spiked teeth and claws like knives. His skin was hard and scaly, and his eyes red. Red hot flames shot forth from his mouth, and black smoke from his nostril. So, what he gave out? Hot flames from his mouth and black smoke from his nostrils. Now, this dragon was also a very mean creature, means very different creature, and he loved to be a spoil sport and a killjoy. Spoil sport means spoiling all the things, and killjoy means ready to kill somebody. He walked straight to the head of the table and pushed himself between the king and the queen. So, what he did? He went straight to the table where the king and queen were sitting, and he tried to sit between them. Everyone stopped talking. Everyone was scared. So, on seeing the dragon coming and sitting on the table for the dinner, everyone was scared. And what happened then? Everyone stopped talking. Well, not everyone. The brave warrior Ivan was not afraid of dragons. "What a rude, impolite creature you are," he said angrily. So, Ivan, who was a brave warrior, was not afraid of dragon, and he angrily asked the dragon that what a rude and impolite creature he was. Just then the servants brought in the food and set the platters on the table. So then the servants brought the food and started setting the platters on the table. But before they had a chance to serve the food to the king and the queen and the guests, the dragon began to gobble up everything. The king and the queen did not know what to do. Nobody could stop the dragon. So, before the servant could serve the food to the king, queen, and the guests, the dragon began to gobble up everything. Gobble up means started eating in a hurry, and he started eating everything. The king and the queen did not know what to do, and nobody dared to stop the dragon. But Ivan spoke up again. "Nobody has ever taught you any manner, I can see," he said. "I hope you choke on food you're gobbling up so greedily." So nobody spoke anything, but Ivan spoke up again, and he asked the dragon whether anybody has taught him any type of manner, and he said that "I hope you choke on the food," means brag on food, and you're gobbling up so greedily. Now, this was more than the dragon could stand. He puffed out fire and sprang to his feet. "I dare you to come out and fight with me, Ivan," he roared. "Are you ready?" So now the dragon was very angry. So he puffed out fire and sprang means stabbed his feet, and he told whom Ivan that "I want you to fight with me," and he roared loudly, and he asked Ivan whether Ivan was ready for the fight. Now the dragon was very angry as Ivan accepted his challenge for the fight. "Of course," said Ivan. So the dragon was angry with Ivan. "What have you done, Ivan?" said the king. "Let's put up with the dragon for some more time. You cannot fight a dragon. It will burn and kill you in no time." So now the king was afraid, and he said to Ivan that "Why you want to fight with the dragon? We will adjust with him for some more time, otherwise he will burn and kill you in no time," as the king was afraid of dragon. But Ivan was not afraid. He knew that dragons were dreadful but not intelligent. He was sure he could find a way of killing the dragon. So Ivan was not afraid, and he knew that though dragons are dreadful, but they are not intelligent, and he was sure that he will find a way to kill the dragon. Everyone walked out to the palace courtyard. So everyone came out of the palace to see the fight of Ivan and dragon. And where they came? They came to the palace courtyard. The dragon and the brave warrior faced each other. The dragon smiled a very mean and wicked smile. So the dragon and Ivan, they faced each other. And as the dragon thought that he was huge and dreadful, so he thought that he can kill Ivan easily. So he smiled a very mean and wicked smile. Now, how shall I kill you, you silly fool? He asked Ivan. Shall I burn you to death? Shall I smother you with fumes? Or better still, shall I tear you up with my knife's claws? Or shall I eat you up with my spiked teeth? So the dragon was overconfident, and what he thought that as he was huge and dreadful, he can kill Ivan. So he asked Ivan whether he will kill him by burning, or he will smother Ivan with the fumes, or he will tear up Ivan with his knife claws. In the meanwhile, however, the clever Ivan had thought of a way of tricking the wicked creature. So, till that time, the dragon was warning Ivan about the fight. Ivan thought of an idea of how to trick the wicked creature, that means the dragon. And how he did, we will see now. He folded his arms on his chest and said in a clear voice, Now look here, dragon. When you dared me to fight you, I agreed readily. I thought it will be a fight between just the two of us. Then he pointed behind the dragon. Why have you brought a whole army to help you fight? So now what Ivan did, he folded his arm on his chest and said in a clear voice to the dragon that when you dare to fight with me, I agreed that we will fight between both of us. That fight will take place between both of us. So he pointed behind the dragon and said that why you have brought a whole army to help you fight against me, means Ivan. In this way, he tricked the wicked creature, that is the dragon. The dragon was as stupid as Ivan thought him to be. He turned his head to see what Ivan was pointing at. So the dragon was as stupid as he was not an intelligent, though he was dreadful and fierce, but he was not an intelligent. And as he turned to see what Ivan was pointing at, what Ivan did, we will see. Quick as a flash of lightning, Ivan drew his sword and cut off the dragon's head. So, before losing any moment, what Ivan did, quick as flash of lightning means as soon as possible, or as a flash of lightning means quickly, without wasting time, Ivan drew his sword and cut off the dragon's head. In this way, Ivan killed the dragon. There, he said, we won't have to put up with this dreadful guest ever again. So, by killing the dragon, Ivan said that now we will not have this type of dreadful guest ever again. Means the dragon was killed by Ivan and he was no more to harass or disturb the king and his country. So, in this way, Ivan, the brave warrior, saved his country from such dreadful guest.